What is going on? What is going on? Welcome out. It is the Cleveland Terry Show, Tech Thursday, on a Thursday afternoon, morning, whatever time it may be for you. Thank you for hanging out. I'm trying to get one of my lights to work. It's not working, so we're going to enjoy some of this slightly dimmer vibe today because I'm not in the mood to change anything. So that's how it works when you're not in the mood. We're not going to do it. Welcome out. It's going to be a, I don't know, an pretty easy day. I'm trying to figure out a couple of things. Last week I had some distortion on my show when I upped the volume. I did not like that. So I've gone back. I've made some changes. Hopefully it's a little louder for you guys out there. It was lower. Anytime I watch this show, I noticed that it is lower. So hopefully we are in a better place now. Let me know if there's any distortion. There shouldn't be any distortion since I dropped the gain down. But it's a little hard when, I'm here. I have to turn on my Do Not Disturb because I get text messages all day. So, sound off in the chat. What's going on? Who's in the house right now? Let's see. To get started, select. Why is my control panel not on? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. It's a little quiet in the chat, so let me scroll down to the bottom here and see what we got. We got Chris Disk in the house. Rich Misk. Looks like we got Justin the DJ in the building. What's going on, Justin? You heading out to Mexis in 2 weeks? Let me know. Scott Bowman. We will discuss that briefly in just a minute. I'm going to pin it right now so we can talk about it later. DJ Lopes in the house. Once again, DJ Lopes is the one that provided me with this wonderful Cleveland on Air sign. So thank you for that, fam. It's always a good time. Jonathan Hazlitt, Pablo Miami, early, super early. I cannot believe how early Pablo is. That's fantastic. Thanks for hanging out today. Gloomy and icy, says Jonathan here. And what is that? What is MI? Is that Minneapolis? No, it's MN. What's MI? Mississippi? What the hell's MI? Somebody will tell me. Reggae 120 in the building. Who else we got here? Isomatic, Mac Joseph. Jesus Christ. I think Matt's a bot. Because every time I turn on my show, Matt's saying something like this. Matt's a bot. Okay. No, that's easy. Switch up both of their names to Miami. Okay, we're talking sports. All right, good. Minnesota, Michigan. Couldn't hear clearly. Gotcha. Come to my booth at NAM. Guys, you're all saying the things that I didn't say. I said, what is MI? You guys can keep going through all the other things. I want the answer, not what it's not. All right, Michigan. Gary Moffitt in the building. What is going on? So, yes, we do have a Super Bowl coming up next week. I'm of mixed mindset because the teams that I wanted to be in there didn't make it. I'm a Rams fan, so I didn't get my Rams in there. Unfortunately, I would have rather seen Detroit get in all honesty. Detroit, I would have loved to see. Washington looked really good. Still early on though, but they were looking good. That was a possibility. I wanted to see Buffalo potentially. I actually thought that this was the year of the Baltimore Ravens. I thought that was going to be the year. It looked really, really good. It looked strong. And if you followed the show Hard Knocks, man, they got you invested. They got you invested in trying to get them to win something. Every one of those teams, I was like, I really like them. I hope they win. Every one of the teams. So it's it's unfortunate that we're back to KC and we're back to the Ravens. Absolutely did drop the ball, like literally. But look, I can't be mad at KC. It's not like it's just being given to them. Oh God, you know, I don't follow this whole referee thing. I don't. People make it seem like the referees are single-handedly making teams drop balls and throw interceptions and get sacked. Yes, every so often they will get a call that sides with KC. And I'm not a KC fan, all right? But every so often they will get a call. He's the number one player in the league. So he's going to get some calls where Tom Brady got calls. It's not the refs are in the pocket. They just tend to make it happen. I'm sorry. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in the refs. I don't think the refs are that big of a deal. I think if you're a better team, you won't leave it up to the refs. In all honesty, that's facts. Now, one team has just beat Kansas City outright. You got to beat them. And you guys can sit here and get mad at the one call or the two calls, but the facts are one or two calls don't make a game. If you played the way you were supposed to, this wouldn't even be in a question. And look, Mahomes is he's a really good quarterback. and you guys can get mad. Look, and I'm not even a KC fan, but Coach knows what the hell he's doing. He has a way of getting in people's heads. Sorry, that's just facts. Now, people are more fatigued with KC than anything else. Okay, that's just a fact. They don't want to see KC anymore, especially the season they had, where they basically lost every game, but just found a way to win at the end. It's crazy, and that's not all just the refs. A lot of teams choked. Perfect example. Buffalo played well, but the Ravens choked. That's just facts. I watched that whole game. Bears could have got a lot of things. And I watched Hard Knocks for the Bears too. I still believe that what's his face has potential to quarterback. I still believe that. I think he's going to be better than people are really pushing him out right now. But Caleb Martin, is it Caleb Martin? Caleb Martin? Why do I feel like that's the basketball player? That's Caleb Williams. I think he's going to be a good player. I do. Anyway, but the one team I'm conflicted on, in all honesty, is Philadelphia Eagles. Because I want, I was gonna call him Squawkly. Like Squawkly? Is that his name? Saquon Barkley. I want him to get a ring. But I don't really care if the Eagles get a ring. You see that? See how that works? Because I don't really... Something's off with the team. You know what I mean? Something's off. And I don't know if it's jealousy. Because Barkley's doing so well. I just feel like, yeah, the Birds. I'm talking about the Birds. I'm not from Philly. I don't have any loyalty to Philly. The only thing the Philadelphia Eagles ever did for me, the only thing is they had the best long starter jacket on the planet. When I was growing up, that Philadelphia Eagles long ass starter jacket was the most coveted jacket on the planet. That was it. That was the only thing. But G Kitty in the house. What's going on, fam? But I don't like their quarterback. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. You don't have to put it in the chat. It's okay. But I don't like their quarterback. And I don't feel he's really sincere about all the success that Saquon is having. I don't see it. I don't see it. Jalen Hurts. That's just an opinion. You know, not by what he does. It's how he says things, how he answers things. Just, I don't know. I don't feel it. It doesn't feel like, and the coach, like, I don't know, just the team just seems a little bit rocky. Like, if they don't win this year, I still think they're going to make changes. I still think so. It doesn't feel secure. It just feels like a lot of talented people making the best of what they have. Okay, I've said my piece. All right. Yes, Irv Gotti passed away. There have been, hints and rumors for like the last 4 or 5 days. He talks in Instagram captions. Yeah, it is unfortunate. And it's always unfortunate. The man was 54 years old. You never want to see anybody go in their 50s. That's horrible. And that's the kind of stuff that brings your own mortality into life. You're like 54. Like that's not that far away. I don't know why he passed or how he passed, but he was on life support. So something definitely tremendous happened. But yeah, I mean, what he provided, what he gave to music in general, he will definitely be missed. In all honesty, it's crazy. It's crazy. He had 2 strokes. Okay, well there you go. Multiple strokes will do that to you. Absolutely, especially if you're multiple strokes and diabetes and probably overweight. There's a lot of things. It's a shame. It's a shame. The one thing that always bothers me about I don't like. I mean, nobody likes deaths. Okay, let me just put that out there. But I can't stand people that pass away based upon things that they could have prevented. Like, that drives me crazy. That's what I've been preaching, to everybody out there that will listen to me. I just hit it. I just hit the 5-0. And I'm like, I can't let this be the thing where, you're 50 and all of a sudden you start sedentary lifestyle and you're not doing anything and you're just gaining weight and all these things. And you got to exercise. You got to try to eat right. I am not the person to tell everybody, oh, just make sure you eat fruits and berries. Like, no, that's not even what I'm saying. I eat candy. I like chocolate. I like tacos and everything else. But moderation is king. And you have to try to supplement. Like, I'm fortunate because I'm the cook of the family. So I can cook whatever I want. And for the most part, I cook healthy. Just always. There's always some protein, light on the carbs, protein, vegetables. Look, DJ Khaled, if somebody is a poster child for early death, it's DJ Khaled. I can't look, and I want to see people that actually work hard and show results. This man said, I'm going to eat right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Then I watch his Instagram and I'm like, you're full of shit. Oh, but to each their own. Like, what's her face? Lizzo. Lizzo has been working hard. She's like, I have a number I want to get to. It's not an unreasonable number. It's just a number. And then she hit that number. Now she's like, let me see if I can do more. That's how you create a healthy lifestyle. That's how you do it. You know, it's just and not just I'm on Ozempic or something like that, and I'm just going to drop pounds. I mean, actually change your lifestyle. Adele. I don't know. Like, Adele went a little too far to me. There is a threshold that you really shouldn't cross, and I feel like Adele crossed that threshold. You know, I have a friend that same way, kind of looks like Adele too, and she dropped a lot of weight. Now she actually looks unhealthy. You know, you can cross that line, and I think that's what happened. Okay. So I am now trying to read my screen. If you guys remember, my 50-inch TV died. I think it died like either right before or right after the show. So I had to replace it. And I originally took my 42-inch screen from my desk. No big deal. Put it over here. It was super crisp, super clean. It's a really good monitor. I didn't realize how good the monitor was until I replaced it with like a 10-year-old 50-inch screen for here because it's easier to read and need something bigger. So we had 50-inch monitors at the office that they were just sitting in a box when we first started doing like flat screen panels on trusses. Those are what we had. Now, at the time, that was like, it was probably, I don't know, 12, 13 years ago. Like 50s were like, that was big. Now, if you bring a 50 to an event, they're going to laugh you off the dance floor. So now we have 70s that we barely ever rent. In all honesty, we barely rent them anymore. Now that LED walls are big and, you know, just projection screens. So they've just been sitting there taking up space. And now that we've been building the lighting and building the LED walls, we're just running out of space at the warehouse, just running out of space. So we're trying to get rid of things. And I said, well, my TV broke. I need one. I'll take one of them. We can hang the other one up in the office. Now, when I took the one out, my partner's like, oh, we'll put it over here. I said, oh, well, this one's messed up because we broke this one. The screws in the back that hold the mounts on, one of them broke off. All right. And it broke off right before a party. So we had booked it. So we're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And I'm like, I know what we'll do. We'll turn it upside down. We'll turn one of them upside down, or both of them. I think we did both of them that day, upside down. So at least they match. And then we'll go into the settings and flip the screens. So that way, at least we're going to get through this day. Well, we never replaced that screen because we never used those. We upgraded to bigger ones. So they've just been sitting there. Anyway, so I take commandment strips. So I take the good one home. I take the good one home and I have it set to the side. And I'm in the meantime taking off the 42-inch to put on my desk. I take it off, put it down. Now I'm literally about to apply the brackets. I hear, bam, whole screen slid down right on his face. I turned around and watched it happen. So, just needless to say, the screen was broken. So I turned around, put it in my truck, drove it back to the office. I'm like 20 minutes away from my office, but it's raining here and everything else. So I drive back to the office, get the crappy one, throw the other one away in our trash bin. And I turn it over. I put the brackets on, upside down. First of all, the older screens are crappy now because where the brackets go are not necessarily the newer TVs. All the newer TVs, the brackets are much more inside the screen, and they're lighter too. This screen is not heavy, but oh my God, it barely sits on the stand. And when I put it on the stand, the whole brace went, and I had to lift it back up and then retighten it. It's a heavy screen. So, but it's not like this thick, it's not like the old school ones. It's just heavy enough. So this is a temporary solution. temporary solution until I buy another one. Now, the good news is a 50-inch screen, I think, costs like $32 now. It's so cheap now for screens. So cheap. Like, I have not replaced. So this is the year that I lose all of my monitors because one of my TVs in my house blew. It was a 65-inch TV. Yeah, because I think we have 70s now. So it was a 65-inch TV. I had two of them. This isn't a flex, so don't even try to do it. I got one in my living room, and they're just like TCLs. I bought them a long time ago. I have two Sonys for the family room and for my bedroom. And then I have a TCL that I have for like my room, which is like the game room, whatever. Anyway, and I have one outside. The one inside died. I had to swap it out. So I took the one from outside, put it inside, and I think I'm just going to buy another one. I'm just going to buy a better one. I mean, even the LGs on Amazon for like 60s are like literally like $300. If it ain't Samsung. First off, my Sony TVs are the shit and they will run rings around the Samsungs, but that's okay. I paid a shit ton of money for both of them. I didn't want to put the other Sony in my bedroom. I didn't want to put it in there. I have 4 TVs. I didn't want to put, look, hey, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this. Your literal name is Troll. Okay. We're not doing this today. You like Samsung. I like Sony. Move on. But I didn't want to put the Sony in our bedroom because we barely ever use our bedroom for that. You know, like I had like a 55 in there one time. No, I think it was 55. So, but my wife's like, I don't know, the TV's too small. She says the TV's too small. We had a 55-inch TV and the TV was too small. Philip Tan in the building. What's going on, fam? So when we got the new TV, new Sony, we put the old Sony in the bedroom and it's barely ever on. It's barely on. It's very annoying. And when the TV died, she's like, you should move the Sony into the other room. I'm like, don't lie to me. That is some bullshit. You absolutely know you want that Sony in here. So then the two Sonys, and I looked at Samsung for a while. I looked at it, and it just from the specs and what at the time when I bought that one, the only way to get Samsung is really good if you go OLED. You know, that's when it's really, really good. But if you're doing any type of LED, I prefer the Sony TVs, and I didn't want to get OLED because of burn-in. So anyway, no. Don't get it twisted. I will absolutely get a Hisense for whatever is cheapest for outside when I replace that screen. I'm not trying to put a screen out there and have it die on me. No. So I will get the cheapest good screen that I can. Do you provide that service? Yes, I do. You must be new here, DJ Links. Welcome. Yes. The best place to buy a TV? Anywhere. Remember, I don't know where you live, but like, say for instance, for me, there's Best Buys everywhere. And depending on what I want to do, I try to buy local. I try to stay away from like, I'm trying to diminish my Amazon purchases. I'm trying to just drop them a little bit. Not because I don't like Amazon, but I'm trying to vote with my money. And I know it's impossible to just like quit stuff cold turkey. Like, I know it's impossible, but I can vote with my money. I spend a lot of money at Amazon. I mean, all my business stuff goes through Amazon. I spend a lot of money. So I'm trying to lower the amount of money that I spend at Amazon. So there are locals that price match. So the easiest thing I can do is literally take my Amazon app, go to the retailer, like, can you match this? Can you match this? It doesn't have to be a brick and mortar though. Regular 120. It doesn't have to be brick and mortar. It has to be just better businesses. But I can go to Best Buy. I would say I could go to Target, but right now I'm limiting my Target too. But I can just go to Costco. I love me some Costco, and Costco seems to be for the people. So I am Costco, and Costco's screens are dirt cheap regardless anyway. Now the thing about Costco that they do that prevents you from price matching is they have their own versions made. Same exact TV, just one digit off. The Costco version. So you can never price match, but their prices are so good that typically speaking, you don't even need to. You don't even need to. I remember when I bought my TV, my Sony, for like $2,500. It was somewhere around there. Okay. And my God, to see the same size TVs for like $300 now is crazy. It's crazy. I'm not complaining, but it is crazy and inflation proof. I mean, inflation proof, business smarts, customer protection, employee protection. They're doing all the right things. They're doing all the right things. Now, it's possible. It's oh, troll. Oh, troll. They're, please don't tell me you believe the fact that people are legitimately like making so much better TVs. Now, are there better TVs out there? Yes. When you spend 2,000 plus, you are absolutely in a better TV. The same thing with buying speakers or buying a computer. Yeah, if you buy a $500 one, it's not going to be as good as that $1,500 one, usually speaking. Okay. So, but they're not trash if they're $500 or $1,000. It's not trash. No, most of the time, most people can't even tell the difference. I'm not talking to us, very specific. We're looking for certain things. We're very focused. I'm talking about the average person. The average person that just goes into a store has no idea what it looks like. I almost bought a $4,000 TV because when I looked at them side by side, I'm like, well, clearly, this is so much better. Clearly. Oh my God, I'm going to be taking advantage. I'm not going to be happy when I get this in my house. And then I put it in my house. And the moment I put that, $2,000 TV in my house and turned it on, I was like, oh my God, it's beautiful. But you know what it's like? A lot of DJs, like myself, are buying overseas now. I'm no longer allowed to say Chinese companies because my buddy DJ Remark was like, hey man, that's offensive. So I buy overseas. And while there may be slightly enhanced specs from some of these companies, the reality is most of the stuff you buy, you're buying from the overseas company that just rebadged it with whatever name you were buying, whether it's ADJ, whether it's Chauvet. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So when you're buying at what I would call wholesale, like you're a retailer, all they're doing is cutting out the middleman. Trump's going to end all that. He's going to end a lot of things, but I doubt that's going to change much. I don't think. Look, we'll see. We'll see. We will see. Okay, because right now, in the last 2 weeks, there have been a lot of things that have been questionable at best. So we'll see. We'll see. Remember, though, guys. Remember, if you okay. Remember, a lot of these companies have literal stock in the country of products overseas. Those will not be taxed. Okay, there will be no tariffs on those. It'll be tariffs on new stuff. So, if you can imagine, there's certain things that might be a little higher, but they're all going to be higher. Pablo right here nailed it. I don't know why you guys think that anything is made in the US for stuff that we offer. I don't know why you think that. Have you just started DJing? Most of the things. And look, guys, we have to stop this. We're being naive, okay? We're being naive. All right. Here we go. I'm going to put a tariff on China. That's how he says it. I'm going to put a tariff on China. Okay. China goes, okay. The manufacturer of said companies go, okay, well, we'll just ship them from this other country right next door. Remember, America is big. Okay. America's really, really big. So from LA to New York is a lot. All right. But every other country, it's like a 30-minute flight or 30-minute, drive, whatever. And you're in a completely different country. Everywhere else, America's the only one where you're like, it's kind of a hassle. Okay. So they'll just ship it from somewhere else. Oh, you don't like China? Fine. We'll move our manufacturing to Vietnam. But there's no American made for the most part. There's no American made uplights. No American made movers. we're relying for us specifically. For us, not just not just the world. I'm only talking niche DJs. For us specifically, there's no way around it. We buy all of our stuff from Chinese manufacturers. So you're gonna lose. Now, everybody else, it's cars. It's cars, it's fruits, it's veggies, it's all that stuff. Nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do. You'll just be spending more money on your lights. And guess what? This is the thing we need to understand. Okay. Let's say that Chevy was an American company. Okay. Chevy was an American company. Fine. Let's do that. Chevy sells a light. The Freedom Par Hex. Freedom Par Hex. That light's about $400 per light if you buy it from Chevy. Okay. You can get overseas knockoffs if you buy it in bulk, you can get them for $17 to $30 a light. Okay. Got it? We got the math, right? $30, $400. Now, if they put a 25% tariff on that $30 light, we can all do math, right? We can all do math. What are we adding on? $7. So now that $30 light becomes $37 per light. It's still considerably cheaper than $400. You're still winning. You're still winning. So, yes, it's going to be more expensive. but it'll still be cheap. I just think sometimes we forget. And don't forget, we're not your everyday consumer. We're not your everyday consumer. We're running businesses. These are factors in our business expenses. You just pay the money. You just pay the money. Now, it sucks for everything else. It sucks that food is almost to a point where you can't even eat. And I make good money. I go to the store like, what the fuck? This is crazy. What did I buy? I bought 2 nights ago because I make dinner. I'm the cook of the family. I'm the cook of the family. So it was cold. My family's been fighting a cold and everything. So I bought those are 2 different things, Rev 7 and Rev 5, 2 different controllers, 2 different price points. Everything is different about them. Do you like moving platters or not? That's the big question. Do you like moving platters or not? If you don't like moving platters, then it's the Rev 5. If you do like moving platters, it's the Rev 7. That's it. So back to my personal story of me cooking. How dare you ask about tech on a tech show when I'm talking about cooking? So my family was sick, so I made them. I make a broccoli soup. We have chicken noodle soup, but I made a broccoli soup. My wife loves it, and so I bought that. The recipe calls for chicken broth or chicken stock. Okay, chicken broth. They come in boxes. Not a big deal. When I tell you, I had sticker shock at how much chicken broth costs now. A box of chicken broth or chicken stock is like $7. It used to be like $2.50 for a box of chicken broth. The cheapest one you can get is like $6 now. So it's not that everything's expensive, but all the things that used to be just like, shelf stuff is expensive. Everything is like, you're like the minimum now. Everything's like $5 or more now. Everything at a grocery store, $5 or more. Could be anything you're looking for. And it just changed. It's trash right now. It's trash. And I always do this kind of mental math. I'm sure we all do it, where it's like, okay, so we can go out to eat, or we can, order in. We can make our own food, or we can go like fast food. It's like 3 of them. Okay, go out to eat, get some fast food, or make our own food. And it used to be where making your own food and fast food were about the same price. Okay, just in general, depending on how many people you have in the family. But it used to be that. And then going out to eat, it was like another like $20 more, maybe $20-$30 more. Now going out to eat, I can't go out to eat with my family of 4, and I have 5, but one is, 26 years old. I can't go out to eat now for under $100. And I mean, like any place, like anything that's not like pure fast food, it's $100 or more every single time. Every time. Now, it used to be, $50. And then you're like, okay, maybe it cost me $20-$25 to make the meal, because you never buy just enough for that food. And so I'm saving money. But now even food costs what it almost used to cost to go out. And now that's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous now. And we still go out. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I have a wife and kids. Like, I can't personally cook every night just because I will burn out. So I tend to cook. And my kids are at dance, and we're not home as much. So I tend to cook like 3 to 4 times. And then on the weekend, obviously nobody's home. So I tend to cook like three times a week. I usually cook like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe if I'm home, if I'm not working. So yeah, at least 3 times a week. Any more than that, and I go crazy. My wife does not cook. She's not the cook of the family. She does other things in the house, but does not cook. So sometimes we have to eat out. Sometimes I'm like, I can't cook. I need something else. We got to go somewhere. We're wherever, but then you risk spending $100, and you can't do $100 every day. So these people that just just eat out all the time, I don't know how you survive. I just don't know. Especially just normal people. I'm not talking about rich people. Anyway. We just booked another video wall. Just today. Video walls are going crazy, and the lighting is going crazy too. Okay. So just so we're clear. This is yeah, I try to pay cash. So just to be clear, you guys have followed, kind of people that have been here have followed my path from, obviously doing DJing, obviously the DJ company, multi-op. I've been doing that. But recently, you guys probably remember when we bought the LED walls, and we bought 2 sets of LED walls, basically the ability to do 2 10 by 16 walls, which is like a very big wall. That's in feet. But so we bought basically 2 of those. We spent like 30 grand. Okay. When it was all said and done. All right, hold on. Let me go back up real quick. I did see hold on, let me see here. Where is it at? Top chat. Where can I see? It used to be really easy to see when people gave me money. But for some reason, I cannot see it in OBS. So I'm not getting the trusses today. I'm getting them tomorrow when I pick up everything else. We talked about this. Sorry. This is why I don't check my phone. Oh, but what I was trying to do real quick, that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to see, I don't want to check all this out. YouTube needs to stop trying to sell me premium music. I don't want YouTube music. Just stop, YouTube. Just stop. All right. I know if I go here, I can usually see. Dude, this sucks. Anyway, all right. Well, there was a super chat, and I want to thank, I think it was Troll who provided that super chat. I'm looking for it right now. I want to make sure. Fan funding. There we go. Troll Magnan, $10 super chat. Thank you so much, fam. I appreciate you. So here is the question that I hopefully can read. Do you or anyone you know of ever have the Rain 1 just decide to turn on at all? Bought one on OfferUp. Worked for a month, then it just died out of nowhere while spending. So, okay. I know you have to know where the Rain 1 comes from. Okay. The Rain 1 specifically, and I'm not even talking about the new one coming out, but the Rain 1 specifically does share parts with the old NS7 from Newmark. Okay. So there have been some cases where the motors are just dead. Is it the motors that are not dead? Like it lights up, but that it just won't turn anymore? Or is it just not turning on at all? But I have seen and heard of the motors every so often, not a lot, go on there. There's probably a reason that it was on OfferUp. Let's just leave it like that. He probably knew that there was a problem with it, in all honesty. And I'm sorry that, that had to happen. Well, if it won't turn on, then it's a board issue. If it won't turn on, I mean, you can try. There's not really a hard reset for like that kind of stuff. You can always take it in and get serviced. They'll tell you, but it sounds like a board issue. So, take it in. It'll cost you a little bit. By the time it's said and done, you might be paying what you would have paid, unfortunately, but the only way to know is to get it serviced. Unless you're a tech guy. I don't. I've done a couple of things, but like I'm not in there, soldering boards together. Like, nope. I mean, it could be the power adapter, but the power adapter is IEC. So, I mean, it's possible, but probably not. I just think it's the motor. Not the motor. I think it's a board. So anyway, try it out. See. Okay. So I know I was talking about something. It didn't matter. Talking about food, whatever. Speaking of, hold on. Let me just hear something real quick. Okay. It actually sounds pretty loud. Back to my personal story of me cooking. Okay. All right. I think I got the right thing. So in case you guys were wondering what's going on, I've always struggled with the volume coming out of my Rodecaster Pro, but I'm like, I don't understand. It's on full. I'm getting great readouts. This is my Rodecaster is right here. I'm getting great readouts. This doesn't make any sense. And then I was just thinking, I'm like, and I'm looking at my audio card in OBS, and my audio card, the standard for OBS is, the maximum is 0 decibels. Okay. But you never get to 0 decibels in OBS. You have to be pushing it ridiculously hard. All right. And I'm going digital. I'm not going analog into the computer. So it only sees the straight, clean digital feed. I didn't realize in OBS, or I just never took the time to look. I thought that the number that they show on there was just like the maximum. Like, okay, it says 0. That's as high as it goes. But you never get to 0. So it's pointless. You can do a boost in OBS. So I just boosted it up to 5 decibels. And I'm still not hitting 0. When I'm at my loudest, I'm still at negative 5 decibels. So that was the issue. In case you're ever wondering why something's low, you got to go into the settings and change them in there. And you have to go into the advanced audio property settings and then adjust the volume. That's the key. No, it's better. Okay. All right. So, that seems like a long time, but maybe it's just where you are. Cause I don't think we never had to wait that long, and the Ref 7's been out for a long time now. So it's not a supply issue. Interesting. I mean, it's still a supply issue, but you know what I mean? Okay. Almost always buy new, says DJ Chef. Yeah. I mean, if you can. I mean, I have several prototypes that I use that still work just fine. So to each their own. I just a little bit. I have just enough abilities to get me fucked up. But here's the thing. I actually have a new top, because I need to replace the top with a, you guys all know the story. My Ref 7 was the victim of healthy eating. What does that mean? I was doing a party, and I got food. Now I'm gluten-free. So I got like chicken and broccoli and like some mashed potatoes or rice on my plate. Anyway, there was no place to put it, right? But I had a stand that was up top, so I just kind of put it on the stand. It was flush like this. Hey, there's my error. I get one error every single day. was flush like this. I didn't realize that my stand, as my food was on there, was doing this. At first it was like, say, flat, and it was just slightly doing this. And then I looked down and there's broccoli juice just streaming into my Rev 7. So my Rev 7's fine, but the effects buttons, like I lost my ability to do the third effect from the left a long time ago, but I never used it. So I've been rocking. I just basically replaced, put them on the right side instead of the left side. I use 3 effects, guys. Okay. I use echo, reverb, an occasional breaker, maybe an occasional duck down. Those are the 3 to 4 that I use all the time. Everything else is irrelevant to me. So but my major ones are echo and reverb. So I just put my echo and reverb on the right side and called it a day. Done. But now it's slowly starting to die. Like the buttons are just done. So I have a new top. I just need to replace it. But that's going to involve even more pulling it apart. Anyway, Lou Primo in the building. What's going on, fam? Good to see you. No love for the flanger. No love for the flanger. Absolutely no love, because I don't do long EDM house mixes. Flanger to me is, I mean, I use high pass filter, but I don't call that an effect. That's a knob outside of the normal effects. So yeah. Yeah, don't let that be the reason that you guys don't eat healthy. Okay, don't let that be the reason. Is the Rane 70 discontinued? I don't know. I still have mine. It's sitting in a box. I am weirdly possessive of my Rane 70. Like weirdly possessive. So when we first started, we all had 57. So I have let's see here. Was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 setups, DJ setups that go out. So we had 57s first. Obviously, we didn't have 10 parties at that time, but I think we had like five or six. We had 5 or 6 57s. Then we replaced them with 62s. Then we replaced 3 of them with S9s. And then we left the other 3 for the other DJs until obviously the 62s became obsolete. But by that time, we had replaced some of them with controllers, 1000s and so on and so forth. I only have like 2 DJs now to continue to use turntables. So they just sit there, which is why we haven't upgraded. So we had 3 S9s. I had an S9. And then when the Rane 70 came out, I bought the Rane 70. Actually bought it and used the Rane 70 for a long time. Loved that mixer. Still do. Still a great mixer. Then I got the S11. So obviously the Rane 70 went in the box. Here's the thing. DJs are snobs. Like literal snobs. Like every time. This has to do with like the DJ loyalist, the thing that we do as DJs, which is so stupid. So when I do the LED walls, or we do like full lighting installs, I will bring my setup because it's just easier, and I'm in furniture, so it looks nice and clean. No front boards, no Pro X case, like furniture. Like it looks super clean, and I want it to look the best it can. So every time I bring the LED wall, I bring my furniture. I have the Rane Performer in there. When I tell you these goddamn DJs are like, just want, you don't have the Rev 7 anymore? I'm like, yeah, I do. But in the controller, this is what I have. Oh, what's all these knobs? Like the fucking spoiled They're so spoiled. So like when I bring in, I never give them the Rain 70 because they're like, it's not really the S9. I'm like, no, it's better than the S9. What? Blasphemy! How dare you talk about Pioneer DJ that way? I'm like, well, no, I'm not talking about them. It's fine. It's just the S9 is a little outdated now. Like if anything, you get the S7, you get the S11, but the Rain 70 holds its own against at least the S7. No, bro. S9 or nothing. S9 or S11. So I stopped providing them with trying to make them feel good. Like, no, okay, here's your shitty old ass S9 with no, separate pad modes. Yeah, you learn to live with it, but it sucks not having separate pad modes. Like, it really sucks. There's a club I DJ at. They have the S9. I am annoyed every time I use it. Every time. Anyway, we could talk about this all day. We really could. But you're so spoiled. So, back to what I was saying. So the S9, so the Rain 70, we were just talking about this yesterday. We were just talking about this. Because we were like, okay, we need to get rid of some of these old mixers, the 62s and stuff. I'm like, that's fine. He goes, yeah, how many S11? I mean, how many S9s? I'm like, we got 3. He goes, oh, and then we have your Rain 70. We can swap that out. I'm like, no. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, they don't appreciate it. No. If you're not going to appreciate something that is not what you're expecting, then you don't get to use it because you're not going to take care of it. My Rain 70 with the Innofader, fader has is every time I play it on it, I just get a little happy. Not as happy as when if I'm on the S11, but every time I play on that Rain 70. And yeah, I didn't get the 8-track one, but if I did, I'd probably be using that because I think that one is beautiful. Beautiful. Anyway, Scott Bowman. Okay, so let's talk about this. Yes, Wolf Mix version 2.0. If he's even in here anymore, I don't know if he is. But is this the one? I don't want to say anything and be giving out the wrong information. So let's just get my computer real quick. Just my computer real quick.
Hey, how's it going? Oh, thank you for answering the door. You guys available on July 1st? Yeah, we're available. Do you have a brochure I can take a look at? Here you go. This all looks good. Can you send me out a contract? Here's your contract. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, see here. Just go ahead and sign it and send it in your deposit. Okay. Are you gonna sign it? If you need to take some time, go ahead. Just send it in when you're ready. All right, thank you. Hey, sorry I took a little while, but I'm finally ready to sign the contract. So if you can just send me. Yeah, we are no longer available for that date. You're not available? Sorry. Well, can you recommend another DJ?
Okay. All right. Let's see here. All right. And let's turn off. Okay. Make this a little brighter so I can see it for myself. You're not going to give us any like. I did buy the W1, by the way. Let me get this off the screen. I bought the new one. I bought this one because it has the additional USB. So I did buy that. Are you not going to have it in here? Oh, that's annoying. Huh. Okay. So, that's unfortunate. Okay. So, yes, Scott, they did show it off at NAMM. So what Wolf Mix is doing is in direct retaliation's the wrong word. It's a direct response from Maestro DMX. And so they're adding in the ability to basically create these computer generated scenes. Like right now in Wolf Mix, if you try to go in there and make a scene, yes, you have the movements and then you can create live edits and all these things, but this will essentially make a full page of live edits for you. Like right off the bat. So you don't have to do anything. It'll take all of your fixtures that you have and go, okay, this will look good. And it makes it. So essentially it's auto scripting from SoundSwitch. It's this AI that Maestro does. And I use the term AI with quotations because everything is it still requires, you know, some hard scripting. It's not like it's adjusting as you go. But the Maestro is what started this whole thing. This kind of generating these great movements and scripting right, like kind of on the fly. So Wolf Mix has a direct response. And this is their response. Looks interesting. Looks interesting for people that have Wolf Mix. It's going to make it better, and it's going to work for every one of the Wolf Mix. So that includes ADJ or that one. So if you are a Wolf Mix person, I mean, I've said it to this day. I still think the Wolf Mix, if you're a hands-on kind of person, is a really good device because it feels like the ADJ, I forget what they call that stupid thing. I haven't used it in so long. Lightroom, light, not Lightroom, light something. Anyway, the ADJ purchased the ability to use it. Double the amount of available gobos and double the amount of presets. Yes, that is another thing that they're doing. Light Rider. Thank you, Keith. Yeah, that's great. Look, I mean, I think the bottom line here is that we're in a different world. Okay. We're in a different world with technology. And as a matter of fact, this week, I need to upgrade my Maestro anyway to the new firmware. I'm going to give Maestro a true testing. So this weekend's kind of crappy, but the following weekends, especially when I'm doing LED walls, I can run that Maestro every week and call it a day and really get a good idea about what it can and can't do. Yeah, that's where we are. You know, the AI bubble is really just proper people scripting. So what's your take on the Airstream Bridge DMX? You don't want my take on the Airstream Bridge because you won't be happy with it. Oh, you're lucky I can't find it. Okay. I don't like a lot of ADJ wireless products. And I have never had success. I've never had success with consistent wireless protocols with ADJ, specifically ADJ. I'm running into it a little bit with Maestro too, but specifically ADJ. It would just disconnect on me. I'm just not going to work anymore. I'm done. You know, and then you're like, wait, hold on. Come back. No, I'm done tonight. There's still 3 hours of the party. I'm done. So I can't recommend any bridges from them. No, that's not true anymore. No, you can. They have static scenes, so you can definitely do that. Their latest update did a couple of things. Yeah, then you have to crack it open and reset it. You got to reset it, and you got to remember. You got to remember what the hell your damn password is, because you never use it until the thing goes down, and you're like, oh my god, what is it? Is it 111? Is it 555? Is it 12345? What the hell? You got to go online. You got to Google it. What is the default ADJ password? Like, it's all trash, and that has happened more than once, and I got rid of it. Done. Yeah. Okay. So, what was I was trying to go to Maestro. DMX. All right. So they have another update, and current software. All right. Okay. Current software. Features. All right. So this is good over-the-air updates. So you don't have to worry about sticking USB sticks in anymore. But they're still supported, so that's good. The biggest thing that they had was you couldn't just like make adjustments to specific things, or like you couldn't do like a separate, I want like the uplights to do this, and I want like the movers to do this. So when I'm just sitting there, I want to be able to just like keep it static. Like there was a lot of like, it was all timing based and timer based, and you needed to go through like it was a lot. Okay. So they've came in and they fixed this. They added MIDI support, improved MIDI support. So that's good. And they improved the lighting patterns and palettes. And then a lot of other things, but specifically the main thing was that, you didn't have to use, you could use controllers now. So now, if you are, like a regular people, and you have like a, I don't know, like a Kai, one of those little MPDs or whatever, now you can set that up and control it. Look, it's going to get to a point. We've reached a point in time now where, time is it? 11:54. We've reached a point in time now where you're basically buying what it can do now, but you're buying a shell, and it's a computer and all these things. So all of these things can be upgraded. So anytime you're like, oh, I wish something did this, they can probably make it happen. Okay. So the question is, Color Key or Ape Labs? Those are, again, the two different manufacturers. They're literally designed to do different things. I might have a box of Color Keys. Hold on. And I have obviously the Ape Labs too. So I need something a little longer that doesn't seem redundant. Okay. Sorry. I haven't actually opened up this box yet. So, all right. So these are battery powered wireless PARs, mobile PAR Hex 5s. Okay, good. Okay. All right. Move this. Okay. All right. It's kind of an unboxing. Kind of. All right. Hopefully I'm not unboxing something they're like, we're not going to release until December. Okay. So, all right, these are super small. I'm going to tell you right now one thing. And I've run into this thing with the Ape Labs too. These proprietary plugs drive me crazy. I cannot stand these proprietary plugs. I know it's not a big deal, but now I gotta like at least with Ape Labs, you know, either you buy the one cord that does like 6 of them at a time, or you buy the box and you just slide them in. So, but that is annoying, but it is what it is. All right, so now let's do this. Battery powered. I assume that means they're gonna last probably like 12 hours. And then we have I'm tripping over boxes. Hold on. All right. Then we have the Ape Labs Maxis. Maxi Plus. All right. Okay. Size-wise, they're very similar. Obviously, one is round, and one is square. But size-wise, they're about the same size. About the same size. Again, both battery powered. Let's open this, turn this guy on real quick, see if the batteries are actually okay. All right, they actually have the same button that Ape Labs has. Okay, so you can do the same thing with Ape Labs. Yeah, let me get you into a thing and cover my face. There we go. So this is color key, and that's Ape Labs plug. So it's literally the exact same way. So yeah, they absolutely want you to buy a box, a charging box, and then just slide them in. Okay, turn it on. Okay, I like the fact that it's a literal click instead of like with the Ape Labs, you have to turn them on, but you have to hold it to then turn on the light, right? So this one, you press in, it's a click. So the click turns it on. I do like that. Okay. I got 2 bars on the screen here. 2 bars on the screen. I like the weight's good though. The weight's good. Actually, they are lighter than the Ape Labs. The Ape Labs are pretty weighty. Okay. And then, let's see. Did it come with a remote? All right. They gave me a box of 4, which I won't even do a review on a product if you don't at least give me 4. Like, that's trash. Okay. There is a remote. Okay. But you know what? Let's not touch the remote right now. Let's, without reading a manual, because who reads a damn manual? Let's go to menu. Here, let me make you feel like you're a part of this. Why is this so dark? Lighten up. Oh, that was a really bad pun. Hold on. Let me find. Where is it? Oh, come on, overhead. Come back. There we go. I haven't used this camera oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Color. All right. So let's go static color for now. And hopefully color. Enter. Okay. There we go. So it's got 99. No, that's probably 0 to 100. Yeah, that's just brightness. Okay. Let's go back to 100. Now let's see if we can change the colors. That's just color. 1. Master on. DMX channel. That's the DMX wireless channel. And then here is your fixed colors over here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So now there are 48 colors. 48 options. And it should be, in case you ever want to know if you're handling any type of lights, it should go red, green, blue by default, red. But this one does not. That's weird. It has multiple shades of the same color before it goes to green. So it's got 8 different shades of red, probably like the hex, I'm going to assume. And then the same thing with the green. It has, now we're on blues. So we don't even get to white until like 25. That's a little weird. It's just different. I mean, I get what they're trying to do here because in reality, that's your amber's at channel 34, but I get what they're trying to do here. You see, what they're doing is they're just saying, look, these are the colors that most people use, you know, red, green, blue, white, amber, UV. So instead of having, 48 variations all spread out, they've made it to where there's like, okay, here's red. Now here's all the colors in red. And you can still obviously DMX them and still mix the colors, but it's a different way of doing it. So yeah, so now if you're like talking to a party planner and I like me down here. If you're talking to a party planner and they're like, okay, I want it to be red. Well, now you can go, okay, red. All right. I'm going the wrong way. You like that red? 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 You can just kind of keep going up. And if you're looking at it from it's going to be a little hard. Like these are all reds, just different versions of red. It may not come through properly on my camera, but yeah. So, okay. All right. I like the weight. I do like the battery monitor here. Ape Labs doesn't have a battery monitor, so you never really know where your light is. I mean, you can check it from the app, I believe, but it's just weird. All right, let's just go to something that maybe shines a little better. Blue. Blue is usually the dimmest color available. Now, let's see if I can. Yeah, no, not without really shrinking. Hold on. Okay. And this is just different versions of blue. You can see it slightly changing inside the circle, even if you can't really see it. Now we are on, here's white, and then here's your variation. That's the off-white. That's very popular right now, which I don't know that any of my other uplights do off-white like that. So that's great that has that. And and then just different variations of white. I do like that a lot. Yeah, that's great. Okay. And then this is your amber, which looks like a damn sunbeam. But what they're doing is they're applying like a little bit of white, a little bit of UV, and that's why you're getting that pop. So, okay. All right. I am and then it's just an easy click to turn off. I do like those. I'm impressed. Mobile Par Hex 5s. I'm impressed. Now, that's not to say that you can't do that on these because there's so many options on these too. But what you don't have the option of is I turn this on. What you don't have the option of, first off, it's on sound activated mode. You have to do everything from within the app. So that is cool and not cool at the same time. Like, I do love it, but it's sometimes, you don't necessarily want your, let me turn off music mode. Check. 222. Are we even on? All groups. 2. Make sure the colors are changing. No, it's not even connected. Devices. See, and this is one of the issues. Oh, right, because my Bluetooth on? Yes, it is. All right, let's turn this off. Let's hold it down. Ooh. Sorry, guys. I didn't want you to be in the dark. You don't need to see all this. Okay. Why are you not finding me? Devices. I should not need this guy. Because I can go direct. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's annoying. Whoa. Interesting. That's weird. Okay. That is weird. The Ape-Labs light does something crazy to my camera. It does not like whatever frequency that these lights are pulsating at. Okay. Devices. Now, there we go. Okay. So, as I was saying, I may not be able to say, that is so bizarre. Okay. I got the app right here. And then, yes, you can change all the colors and do your mixtures and all that stuff. Pink. You got your presets. You have all these options right here for presets. You can save a color. Let's turn strobe is off. Blackout mode is off. Music mode is off. Okay. Blackout. There is a firmware update. Anyway. Huh. I think it lost control again. See, so on here, on here, you can see where the battery is. So, yeah, it's totally that light. Look at the difference. Okay. You learned something new. Put the dang antenna on. Dude, I'm 4 inches from the thing. Do I need it? Do I need that on? I'm 4 inches. I don't need an antenna for 4 inches. Okay. So back to what I was saying. You don't need the box. What you need is something I don't have right in front of me, and that's the little remote. That's the remote. Which I always keep in my backpack. And I keep one in my furniture. This guy. All right. So let's turn this guy off. And let's turn this guy back on real quick. Okay. Now, if I go over here, which is not going to come out well. Remove that. If I go over here, I can select whatever channel it's on with a dead battery. Oh, I might have a dead battery in here. Anyway, so the rule is
welcome to the...
I know where to go there. Okay, so I have a dead battery. Now, what you'll notice is a lot of people, especially now, a lot of people are taking what like some truly innovative thinkers are doing, and then making just slight modifications, but continuing to give you like what you need, but also making it a little smarter. Because like I always say this about Ape Labs. Ape Labs makes great lights. Okay, absolutely great lights. And when they're with the Connect and everything, and having like this guy when the battery is not dead, having this guy just sitting on my furniture like in a place, it just makes it easy. Their sound activated. Okay. Anyway, their sound activated programming is second to none. I don't think there's anybody better when it comes to lighting as far as Ape Labs is concerned. Like one of the, I did a video. It's on my Instagram. That is Cleveland Terry with an underscore. But there's a video on there, and all I did was turn them on and then play music. And the light show that came out of those things, because remember, guys, there's a difference between both lights, which is whatever. But there's a difference between both lights and between what Ape Labs is doing. Okay. So this is the thing you guys have to understand with Ape Labs, which makes it different. And depending on who you are, better or worse. Okay. But Ape Labs takes the guesswork out of you creating a light show. So every one of these, all right, has basically a wireless protocol in the system. All right. Every one of them. So it's not plug and play. You guys, we just listen to what I'm saying. Okay. Before you throw out what it is that you think is going on, just listen. So they all have a wireless protocol in here. All right. Every box. So when you turn them on, they automatically and immediately start talking to one another. Okay. Without you having to do anything, they just talk to one another. So when you create a light show, it understands this is a maxi. This is an Ape Lab stick. It knows automatically what it is. So you don't have to do anything. It just works. It tells it, it talks. Yes, you can still go in there and change, different levels of what you want to be a priority. But it's just really, really good. That's the thing. You buy Ape Labs lights when you don't want to think about anything. I just want them to give me a light show and it be good. That's it. That's what you want ape labs for. And the fact that you have many options to control them. You can control them with this guy. You can control them with this guy. You can control them with this guy. And then, yeah, you just, you also have DMX. You can control them with your sound switch or your WMX. All the things can still be controlled. So, and vice versa, which I still haven't tried, but you can also control your fixtures with this. So you can use this as your, and let this control everything and run it. I haven't seen it. I have a hard time believing that it's not going to be good, that it's going to do well with movers. I think with any type of like static lighting, I think you're fine with that kind of stuff, but I don't think you're going to be good with movers and, you know, anything that has like a swarm or something like that. You know, I don't think so. But if it's doing like static lights and you have a whole bunch of those, I think you'll be just fine. But that's just me. I haven't used it yet, so I can't tell you. But based upon when I looked at it, I was like, it looks like it's only going to be good for color washes. Okay. But this is kind of giving you a little bit of the best of both worlds. They still don't talk to one another. So that's one thing you're never going to get out of these. But I do like the size. I mean, they look premium. I like the buttons. I'm feeling the color thing, even though it's not normal. Like normally you know, 1 is red, 2 is green, 3 is blue. So anytime I can go, hey people, when we're setting lights, set it to 7 because I know that's typically amber, you know. But pretty good. Now, okay. I'm gonna have to use these. And they're clean. They're clean. They're really clean. Okay, I'll have to change the name to Colorware Review also. yeah, this is the big deal. This right here is the key. We need more people doing like Ape Labs type things. And I think that's what companies like Maestro and now with like the update to the WMX, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to say, we're still not at a point where I can say, everything's plugged in via DMX, find my fixtures. My partner was like, that'd be cool if you could do something where it just knows your fixtures and you don't have to do anything. That is exactly what ILS is hoping to be, Philip. Exactly. But we're still not at a point that I can plug in a sound switch or I can plug in a WMX or a Maestro and it just knows the fixtures you're using. You know what I mean? And the reason why you can't find it, my partner's like, well, why can't you just do it? I'm like, because it would require a complete rewrite of the fixtures, the people who make the fixtures, because now they have to tell it to somehow send out some sort of a identifier through DMX. So the WMX or the sound switch could know what it was. You know, because that's what's going on. That's why, what was it? It was my color washes. That's why when the color washes came out, not the color washes, the movers, for Chevet, which I don't even use anymore. I dropped them down to like, my other teams. But when it came out, you had to do a firmware update for it to be recognized. Like, that's weird. So anyway, yeah. But I can't say anything about how I like them. They look clean. They look real classy. No complaints. I'm going to put these on. I'm going to use them. And they're battery powered. Battery powered is the key. No uplight should be wired anymore. Not one. Now, I don't know what their, oh, that's right. I don't know what their DMX protocols are. Wait a minute. There's no DMX on this light. Off, on, different colors, strobe, pulse. Interesting. Oh, I need to get a new chair. I'm so sorry you guys have to hear this. All right, there's multiple remotes for each light. Something in a bag, which I'll open up in a minute. And more remotes. 1, 2, 3, 4 remotes. Okay. What's in this bag? What's in the bag? Magnets. 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 Oh, wait a minute. Are you going to tell me that this unscrews? Oh, I'm dropping things. And then this screws in. I'm breaking stuff on air. Is it screw in? No. No, it does not. And even though it has a magnet, it doesn't have like a telescoping handle. Oh, wait, maybe it is screwing in. Maybe. Yes. No. Huh. Okay. So, you place the magnets in the arms. Oh, thank you. That actually makes more sense. Thank you. See, this is what happens when you don't read first. That actually makes a lot more sense. So, it goes in like so. Yeah, guys, I see you. I hear you, people. Yeah, like so. And then there's the telescoping. So, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Hey, man. Look, guys, this is a process. Now you guys just got to see sometimes when we're looking at stuff and we're doing reviews and we're looking at stuff real quick and we're not reading the manual and because we just want to play with it. Well, that's what happens. But you never see that on video. That's why it takes so long, because I'm going through everything, making sure I'm not saying something stupid. So you got to see me say something stupid because it's live. Because it's live. No, magnets don't replace. Don't mess up thumb drives anymore. We're the shielding is better now. Okay. And the good thing about these is they don't take up a lot of space. I have a bracket right now on a couple of my battery powered color washes, and I can't close the case anymore because I have the really cool ratchet clamps. I love them. Absolutely love them. They're the best thing that I've seen in a long time. But you can put them on and you just ratchet clamp them onto place. But yeah, so with this, gotta make sure it's tight enough. Still sliding though. Maybe the magnets could have been a little stronger. But this is also not the lightest light. So it needs to be on steel. It needs to be on actual, like real, like that's like a hybrid. But it does stick. But I guarantee you on a something steel, like one of your standard light poles, you're not gonna have any problem. Works best overhead. I'm not gonna try it. I can tell you that right now. I don't want overhead on my overhead. Okay. So yeah, cool. All right, let's see here. Sam in the building. What is going on? What do you think of the Rain 1 MK2? Do you feel if it's like the Rev 5, should I wait for something with better build quality? Here's the problem with better build quality. In all honesty, you guys are the kings of telling me how much better Rain products are build quality. You guys tell me this all the time. And while I agree that Rain makes a great product, I don't believe that it's better build quality than any of the other ones. I don't. I think that they all have good builds, and I think that people, they live too much in the whole, well, this is all metal and this is plastic. Guys, Pioneer's always been plastic, and I've never had a problem with Pioneer products. So, well, I know that. That's why I told you the battery is dead. That's why I didn't do it. I got to replace the battery in here. That's another thing. You got to have those stupid watch batteries, not like a AAA that you can just grab from anywhere. Okay, so I think the Rev 5 will work just fine. My DDJ 1000. Yeah, see, Philip, this is what people don't understand. The plastic is on the outside. The inside is metal. It's metal. So, but even with the Rain 1, I had problems with the Rain 1. You know, I'm hoping that they fix a lot of those mechanical issues that the original Rain 1 had. I'm hoping they fix that for the Rain 1 MK2, but I can't guarantee that right now. But don't let that fool you. Again, I still have my original DDJ 1000 record box version. I still have it. Still works just fine. Somebody spilled an entire bottle of soda in my jog wheels. They were crunchy for like 4 months. I deoxed it, sprayed it down, did it multiple times, just wouldn't release. And one day I did a hard backspin. Everything's fine. One day. No, it's not. The 1000 and the Rev 5. You guys remember the 1000, everything that you're seeing now, whether it be the Flex 10 or the Rev 5, are variations of the 1000. As a matter of fact, the Rev 5 and the 1000 are pretty much the same size. The Flex 10 is actually bigger than the 1000. I don't think you're going to have any problems. I really don't. That's just God's honest truth from somebody that has been using these products. I don't know anybody. My son's been using the Rev 5 for the past year now, or for however long it's been out. Anyway, and it's been good. It's been good for him. He loves it. He loves it. I know a lot of people that opted for the Rev 5 over like the 1000. So I don't have any issues with people loving the Rev 5 over the Rev 7. Some people just prefer the mechanical jog feel. That's okay. I personally hate mechanical jogs. Like the 1000 was the closest thing to like turntables for a controller up until the Rev 7 and the Rain 1 and now the Performer. But I can't stand, the mechanical jogs are fine if you're doing any type of like, you know, baby scratches or scribbles or even like a military. Where mechanical jogs fail for me specifically, and I'm going to say that knowing that there's a DJ out there, two DJs out there that make it look like it's real turntables. So Dynamics and Ragoza. Ragoza uses a Rev 5, and I watched him at Harvest of Sound, and he scratches on the Rev 5 like it's turntables. And the hardest part of any type of Rev 5 or any type of like mechanical jog is is when you're trying to do transforms or beat juggles, because now you are at the mercy of that line. And when you release your hand, remember, when you let your hand go up a little bit, the song just continues to move. It's not like a record when you let your hand up, it slows down. Like the song, it's almost like you're not there. So you have to just remember the exact proper weight in order to do it. So to each their own. He kills it. Dynamics kills it. I've seen Dynamics. Dynamics was in the Goldie Awards doing some shit that I had never even thought possible on a controller, let alone the 1000. Yes, and PJ, obviously. Yes, absolutely. So, to each their own. I prefer moving platters. So I will always opt for a Performer, a Rev 7, even Rain 1. The Rain 1 MK2 is interesting to me. And I haven't done a review yet. I mean, obviously I had a first look video, but the Rain 1 is, it checks a lot of boxes. And one of the things that, for me that is good is the size. The size is it's good and bad, the size. So I like the size overall of the Rain MK2. I don't like the size of the mixer because I never really loved it on the Rain 1. I think it's a little bit small. It would have been nice had they just increased it up by maybe like, I don't know, maybe half an inch on each side. You know, just make it a little bit bigger. But it has internal effects now. One thing that like people don't realize, and I was talking to somebody at Rain, and I said, this might actually be my next controller. I might just swap this out, get myself some lighter furniture. I have more surface area on my furniture, you know. But the one thing that he said, which makes a lot of sense, he goes, yeah, I agree, but I'm gonna miss the OLED displays. The OLED displays on the Performer are just, it's subtle, but it's just enough to give you that critical information that you may need. So say, for instance, if you're in your sampler, it's got the names of your samples in the OLED screens. You know, if you've got your cue points and you're looking at your cue points, it's got the names of your cue points. So if you've named them properly, like that stuff right there, that's a big deal. You know, I'm hoping that they've increased. Yeah, but the Rain 4 I never really loved. But I'm hoping that they improved the fader on the MK2 on the Rain 1. Because the original fader on the Rain 1 was not good, in my opinion. I'm not Scratch Bastard. Like I can't just take any controller engine and just kill it. Okay, that's a different level of talent. So yeah, but if they've done that, the new fader, like the one on the Performer, it's not horrible. Like I can get it done, but it's not an anal fader. It's not a Magville fader, like the ones on Pioneer. It's just good enough, but it's not as sharp, like not at all. Yeah, the Impulse, it's T7's it's a great entry level controller. It's not going to be the catch all for everybody. What it does at its price point, it does very well, but microphones are trash. The overall construction of it, flimsy, but it's a great practice controller. It's a great, oh, I forgot something, or oh, something's broken. Let me get the T7 out. I was hoping that this year they made a T7 Pro. I was really hoping. Just give me the T7, a little bigger, with a little better build quality. Maybe, you know, charge $1,000 for it. But you're stepping up to the big boys. Anyway, who's going to Mex in 2 weeks? Can you get clear duct tape? I've never seen clear duct tape. Or I should say, I haven't seen clear gaffer's tape. Still wanting in a 7. Oh, you in a 7 lovers. I'm not saying anything bad, but you in a 7 lovers. I think maybe need to go see a psychologist. Would I use an external mixer? You have to. You absolutely have to. You cannot use a T7. I mean, let me back up. You can use the T7 if I'm just plugging in and not getting on a microphone. You can use the T7, but the volume is lower. The DAs are, or I should say the ADs are just okay at best. You can get a decent sound. But it's nowhere near anything else out there. The Rev 5, Rev 7, I mean, nowhere near. So yes, you need an external mixer. Absolutely. And I was talking about Mobile Entertainment Expo, not ICE and MEX. Hey, we live in California, and I think you're Florida, right? Like it's we know it's bad right now. It's bad right now. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I will be there. I will actually. Okay. So for anybody that doesn't know, I mean, I go to MEX is like, it's a good way to just kind of see people that, haven't ever met me, and I get to meet people and get re-energized. Oh, excuse me. But I've spoken at a couple of the panels, but I've never been to just like sat in a chair and got education. I always get there right at like so they do something which I don't agree with. They do, Monday is all panels, all discussions, right? And then they do, and it's like they do some meet and greets, and then they have the Monday night performance. Okay. I'm performing in the Monday night performance, by the way. So that'll be there. Then on Tuesday, again, panels all day. And then they open up the floor. I want to say at like 4:00, 5:00 in the afternoon. Okay. So then Wednesday is when the floor is open all day long. Floor is open all day long. It is, so normally I go up usually on Tuesday. I drive out Tuesday morning, get in at like 1, 2 o'clock, see some people, see some panels and stuff. Or I should say, see some people and then go to the floor. Then the next day I go to the floor again on Wednesday. And then I leave on Thursday. I might go to like 1 or 2 panels. If I'm on it, Kova's on it, I'll go to there. So this year I was invited to do the Monday night show. I didn't think anything of it until I realized now that means I'm gone for 4 days. I don't know if I'm going to stay the whole time. In all honesty, I'm gone for I leave on Monday morning. Now I'm not going to rush. I mean, I was thinking I got to get there for the performance, but I'm leave there on Monday, probably around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Get in by like 3 or 4. Maybe I'll leave a little earlier. Anyway, but then that's Monday night. I've never been there on Monday night. I've never been there. So that's Monday night. That's Tuesday night. That's Wednesday night. It's a long time. I like 3 days maximum. 1 day, like 2 full days, and then a travel day. Anyway, okay. So Oh, and now we come to find out that not we, my partner's nanny has to go back, even though she has completely done everything the way she's supposed to, but she doesn't have her officials. Like, she's in the process and she's doing it correctly. Her daughter is already a citizen. She's got to go back now. She's got to go back. I thought we only wanted to get rid of the criminals. The criminals, the people that came here illegally. I thought that was the whole point. Anyway, we could talk about that all day and all day long. All day long. So Adrian says she has a temporary one. She's from Venezuela. So you remember how they were given rite of passage to come here and then apply and then all that stuff. It's like a different type of visa. It's temporary. While she's getting her green card and getting her citizenship, they're sending everybody back from Venezuela. Everybody, regardless if they did it the right way or not. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. That man lied to every one of you people that voted for him. Every single thing he said he wasn't going to do, he's absolutely doing. Now, whatever. You like it? That's your thing? Cool. I'm not here to tell you you're an idiot or you're wrong or fight with you. I'm just here to tell you that man told you whatever you wanted to hear. Now, I'm assuming that because you guys are here, you guys are watching my show, that in general, you don't have a problem with black people. I'm going to assume that, okay? But I'm also going to assume that a lot of people that voted for him do have a problem with black people. I'm not saying that Trump's anything. I'm just saying that a lot of his constituents, a lot of his supporters don't like black people, and they don't like women, and they definitely don't like gays. So a lot of these things where he said, all coming true. All coming true. All the things we said, hey man, he's doing this. He's doing this. You don't believe, look, he's got people. He's not involved with that. Really? Because he just hired 3 people in his cabinet. Are you sure? No, he doesn't want to do it. Really? Because he's doing that. Everything he said. Look, obviously, we knew the border was going to be an issue. We knew that. We knew he was going to go after the border because it is a big issue. And he has a lot of support for that. So yes, cleaning up the borders, making them safer, protection, whatever. I get that. That makes a lot of sense. Okay? Makes a lot of sense. He's been on this road about illegals and violent criminals. I get that. Get rid of them. You're absolutely right. But what the hell are we doing getting rid of everybody all of a sudden? That's not a part of it. You told all those Hispanics, all those Mexican people that voted for you, that you tricked, that we're not coming for you. We're not coming for you. We're only coming for the illegals, the criminals. Say her name. They let that, man, telling you, it's not a Republican. It's not a Democratic thing. This is a people thing. People thing. And right now, you can't see it. You can't see it. We are turning into numbers. Numbers. That's it. Not people. Numbers. When you lay off all these people from the federal government because the federal government is not making a profit. These are numbers. Like I said, I could talk about this all day. But I'm not the one that is trying to, I never want to be that one. I'm not going to take somebody who is a Trump supporter, okay? I'm not going to just take that and go, oh, you're a Trump supporter. That means you're a terrible person. I'm not going to do that because I know a lot of Trump supporters were lied to. They were misled. Now, does that mean they're a little bit naive? Absolutely, because we saw that left and right. But a lot of you guys were lied to. So I'm not going to be mad at you for that. What I am going to be mad at you for, if you still blindly follow this man, like everything he's doing is right, everything he's doing. Now I'm going to be like, okay, so you really just you don't like immigrants, you don't like black people, you don't like gays, you don't like women. Okay, got it. Because that's what you're saying now. But if you're like, you know what, I was with him on immigration, but he's going too far. Thank you. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. You get it? But these blind, nope, he can do no wrong. Yes, he can. And yes, he is. And yes, he will. And what the fuck is Elon doing? Okay. All right, I'm done. I know some of you Tesla fans are, you think Elon's the next Stark. He's the next Iron Man. He's not. He's absolutely not. Okay. Anyway, what time is it? 12:48. Yeah. Okay. First off, and I know that's the you saying this like as a hypothetical question. I know it's not. I actually have friends. We actually have sponsored employees that work for us that came here from different countries, and we sponsored them. We're basically vouching for them. Hey, we are saying that they are good. They're legit. We need them. And, they're still paying the money. So we've done this. Okay. I don't have a problem with that. But if you're also I'll just give you a perfect example. If you are in Venezuela and there's literal coups taking place and war happening there, and you need to leave or you will die. Okay? Which is what happened to her mom. That's why they were granted early, admittal, because the state is falling apart. All right? They had a presidential election. The guy didn't go, and it's trash, right? So they let the people in. I don't have a problem with that. That's what we do. We are America. Send us you're tired, you're poor. Like it's on a statue. But if you came in here and you are, coming in here and you're selling drugs and you're murdering people, which is, I can guarantee you there's a lot more whites and blacks and citizens that are murdering people over what the Hispanics are that are coming in. But neither here nor there. If you are doing that stuff, yeah, you don't deserve to be here. You don't deserve to be here if you are. But he's turned an entire race into bad people. They're all coming over here. They're bringing in drugs. Who's they? They is a very big group of people. Are all of them doing it, or just some of them? And if you track that, and by the way, the whole tariff thing, it's like, see, put the tariffs in. See, Mexico, Canada, they've come back. They're going to do this. See, it works. You don't remember? They don't talk about the other part. How we also agreed to stop sending guns to Mexico so they can have firearms to do illegal shit. We're not clean here. And Anyway. So I will be at Mobile Entertainment Expo after Valentine's Day. It should be a good time. One of us is not one of us. I was looking at device of us and them. One of them, so Monday night I'm performing. Tuesday night, it's like casino night, but that's the DMS club night. So I will be going there. That's usually downtown at Commonwealth, usually Commonwealth. So I'll be there. And then Wednesday night is the final night. Anyway, should be a good time. I always have fun there. Mobile Entertainment Expo. It's not the best DJ only expo. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just going to be real. But if you ever are looking for like photo booths and photo enhancements and software updates and all those things, like it's really the only place to go is this place. So the DJ stuff, yeah, it's fine. If you are, especially people that haven't listened to the 70s and 90s from EV, this is a perfect opportunity to do that, to check them out. So it's a good time. And it's Vegas. It's Vegas. It's Vegas. Come on now. So that'll be a good time. And then where am I else after that? I don't think I'm anywhere until the DJ Expo. I think that's the next thing. I'm trying to get to Midwest DJs. I am. I think theirs is in like April, and it's just kind of hard for me. And I didn't communicate with them this time. I'll try to do it next year. Anyway, I don't know. I've already heard them all. My video just needs to go out. I have a full on video about the 70s and 90s. It just needs to go out. I will not be going to Marquee. And the reason Mobile Beat, Don Rafa, is the DJ Expo. So Photo Booth Expo bought Mobile Beat and then they merged them and now it's the DJ Expo. Marquee. All honesty, full transparency. Okay. I have never heard anything good about it. And all the presenters that go there, I'll say, I don't think I'm going back. Like all of them. So I think it's just a matter of time. They either need to make some changes or they're going to lose everybody. I haven't been there though, but everybody, people are like, yeah, I did it once. I won't do it again. So take with that what you will. I keep going to Mex and it's okay. Oh, and one of my guys that has done both continues to come to Mex, even though it's farther for him. But he's like, I'm not going back to Marquee. So to each their own. DJ Expo is in New Jersey. That is it's a great conference. It just really sucks to get there for me. But it is the second best conference of the year. And again, I haven't been to Midwest. I haven't been to, because even right now, the Collective is going on in Arizona. I was invited there, but it was kind of last minute. And I'm like, I can't get away that long, especially if I'm going to Mex in 2 weeks. Like I can't do it. Harvest of Sound. Yes, I will be there for Harvest of Sound. Anyway, I forgot my train of thought. So Midwest DJs. Yes. So, nah, that's what the planes are for. I just tell it what city I'm going to. It does the rest. Anyway, Midwest DJs I'd like to go to. I've heard really good things about that. That's about it. I think the problem is, at least with for me, at least with NAMM and the Expo, they're both driving distance from me. So I don't get that burnout. But when I go to Atlantic City, it's so much work. It takes me 8 to 9 hours to get there. 8 to 9 hours. My flight will leave usually somewhere around 5 or 6 a.m. in the morning, somewhere around there. And I will get into Philadelphia usually by 11 o'clock. My flight must be earlier than that. It must be 4 in the morning because it's a 3-hour time difference. So I usually get in like 11 o'clock, maybe 1 o'clock. Maybe it's 1 o'clock. Anyway. And then I got to take a train. That's where I was with Justin and DJ last year. I got to take the train from the airport to Philadelphia, then take the train from Philadelphia into Atlantic City. It's a long, long time. And there are people like, well, just Uber. I mean, it still takes just as long. I mean, obviously it's shorter on Uber, but it's also like $150. Train, it's longer, but it cost me like $10. So yeah, it's a long, long day. And I have to do that 2 out of the 4 days. So it's a lot. Usually that first day, I'm exhausted, like physically exhausted. I get through the day and then I sleep, and I usually sleep in late because remember, it's a 3-hour time difference. So now I'm just ultra tired. It's a lot, but I love the people. I love going there. I love seeing people, and you know, and I don't want to say it's like a highlight or anything, but I know a lot of people are, you know, when they're there, they're really happy to come talk to me and take pictures with me and everything. And that's why I like to do it. Honestly, again, I always tell people, I'm like, there's nothing in here that I don't already have or have seen or already reviewed. It's just for the people. That's the only reason why I go. Like, I mean, typically you might see something at Expo, but usually at that point, my review's already out by the time it's released at Expo. So there's no reason for me to really go, but to give you guys more information. It's it. Very, very selfless. I have to say that. It's very selfless. I'm a good person. Anyway, I think, and I am driving to Mex. Yeah, it's about a 4-hour drive for me. 4.5-hour drive to get to Mex. Let's see. My first call is at 1 o'clock. All right. So I will absolutely, I was hoping that I don't know what it is, but people always do Zooms after 4 o'clock. After 4 o'clock, every time. If it's a 4 o'clock call, it's going to be a Zoom every time. Getting info on your package is the pricing and how you work. See, this is the kind of stuff, because in order for them to schedule their Calendly meeting with me, they have the brochure. Why are you repeating the stuff you have? It's sometimes it's a lot of work being the most upbeat and chipper salesperson, because I'm in the back of my head, I'm like, no, it's like 5 hours, Kenny. 5 hours. It's 5 hours max, and I don't stop. I stop one time. My car, I have an F-150 with the extended gas. If I fill up, I don't have to fill up for both ways. I get like 650 miles on a full tank. So it's never been an issue for me. But it's like 5 hours. Yeah. I'm out of California, Southern California. Chatsworth, Simi Valley, Los Angeles. Yeah, and I don't drive slow. You're right about that. I put the hammer down. I have gotten back from Vegas before in 4 hours and 15 minutes. Last try, I promise. Clamps pretty, please. Not sure I want to go to the seminar. You don't have to. They have two different price points. They have one with seminars, one just for the Expo. You can do both. Okay. All right. I'm just looking. That's funny. All right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll be there for that. I will be there for that. Okay. I am going to head off because I got to get on this call. No Pittsburgh seminar. So I don't know. I haven't gotten all the information yet. I know that he's talking about doing one. I just don't know exactly what's going to happen. So I will wait and see. The clamps I loved, I don't have on me. They're at the office. But you know what? I'll do that real quick before I get off. Because I have to get on this call. And people are so impatient. They're so impatient. It could be 1 minute. They're like, we had a call scheduled for 1. Where are you? I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's 1:01, lady. Like, you'll be okay. All right. All right, let's see here. Okay. These are the ones. Right here. Oh, it is still blurry on my screen. I hope it's fine for you. Truss clamp, stage light clamps. So you just bolt them on, and then you have this little ratchet right here, and it just locks in. It's almost like a vice grip, but not like a vice grip because it's not hard. You know, it doesn't lock on. You just keep going until it's tight. Love them. These are my favorite. Okay. All right. Y'all gotta roll. Gotta get on this call. But thank you guys for hanging out as always. We will have a show next Thursday. And then we will have a live stream for Mex. Probably it might be Thursday. Maybe I'll do it on Thursday at the same time that I always do, right before I leave. So I'll probably do Thursday, maybe Wednesday, depends. Maybe I'll do multiple times. I don't know, a lot of things. Anyway, we'll figure it out. But right now I got to go. So thank you guys for hanging out. I have a shit ton of parties this weekend. So if you do too, have great parties. I will see everybody next Thursday. And obviously for the normal videos that we have coming out, if I can just, I got my monitor back. So now I can edit videos again. I hate editing videos, big videos on my MacBook. Gotta roll. See you guys again. Peace out. Have a great day. Peace.